Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Ravenport. It's kind of dark out. Yeah, it's 10:30 at night. I just been doing some contracts today, but since the last episode, no, I don't want, yeah, I kind of want to turn here. I did mow the grass field, and the grass around the field, put it into the BGA's bunker. We got 800,000 liters, fermented it, and it just turned to silage just a little while ago. So now we are selling some silage. I have done a contract for fertilizing in field number 5, got paid 18 grand for that. And we just harvested some soybeans with our combine harvester. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't because I've been doing that a lot lately. Yeah, I did a whole thing when I was combining in the field, talking to the microphone, but nothing recording. Way to go, Peanut. But yeah, we almost got another full trailer out of it, but this is all I have to do to finish the contract. And yeah, we'll get paid $10,000, not leasing any equipment for this contract. So we should get this a little bit extra cash with the extra grain that you usually get. I hope I can do another contract for harvesting tonight in field number 11, which has wheat in it. Now, what I want to try to do, of course, we're going to use the same setup with our harvester and the case tractor and our own trailer, but I want to put that into, I want to put the wheat into a straw swap, and I'm wondering if I can pick up the straw while doing a contract in that field. Or even if it'll let me even do a straw, it may disable straw swap when you're doing contracts. I don't know. Also at the moment, I have the Massey Ferguson back at the chicken farm, weeding out our fields. But we are going to get just a little bit of extra cash right now. Not just from the contract, but from the extra grain that we have brought here. So I did save myself, well, $1,500 from not leasing any equipment. So right now soybeans here are going for $1,400 per 1,000 liters. So I don't know how much we are going to get extra. Nice. Almost $5,500 extra from grain. But the other thing I need to talk about is our grass field. So I think it's been, well, by the time you see this episode, it's been 2 days since I put out that episode about silage, whether grass or corn. And I think this might be the last time, not the one I just did, cut the grass previously, but the next time I cut grass, maybe the last time that field's grass. I think we're going to switch it over to corn. Seeing that we'll get 2.5 times more liters from corn than grass per field, that is quite a bit. Even though it takes a little bit longer to grow, which is not a big problem, and we'll probably have to plow it, lime it, and do all that stuff more than we usually do with the grass field, 2.5 times more is going to be worth it. Now the problem is I don't have a forage wagon or a header. The trailer and stuff like that we have, the biggest forest harvester, goes for 520,000, something like that, and of course you need a header for it as well. So yeah, you're looking at over 600 grand for that. But we could probably make that back in one corn harvest, even at the crappy prices silage is going for at the moment. Right now I'm just bringing our case tractor and trailer over here because field 11 is the next contract I want to do for harvesting, which is over yonder, kind of the way we're facing right now. Our John Deere is over here selling silage. Well, right now he's just sitting there. He's not really doing anything. We will park this. I left the lights on. I like you can leave the lights on when you turn the tractor off. But why can't I turn the lights off the tractor when the tractor's off? But anyways, our grass field, yes, it's growing. It's fertilized, so about in another day or so, We'll cut it again. I am going to keep the big M mower just to mow the grass around because we still got sheep and horses, and maybe in the future we'll have another pen of sheep and horses. We're not maxed out on sheep yet either, so they're going to require grass more and more. Let's come over to our John Deere. Empty out some more silage. I'm not going to be able to sell all the silage tonight. I mean, we only got another hour and 20 minutes, give or take. And I pretty much started, I think it was 810,000 liters I ended up getting from the grass field this time. I let the grass go until it was in the second stage of harvest, which for grass is full stage. So if you wonder what I'm talking about, if you go to... I got to turn grass on, don't I? So you go to grass, all the grass is on. So yeah, grass can only turn this color orange. It will not turn to the third stage. Is there a field that's in this third stage? Of course not. So this is this color right here. This is the first stage of growth. This color here should be the second stage. I do believe. I don't know. I may be talking on my butt now. That's the way it used to be. Unless they change it 19. So maybe I better wait and check later on. I'll turn that grass back off. Looks like I got to move the belt. And now we got to move the John Deere. I need to go outside view because I cannot quite see where the belt is now. So yeah, we're going to get some money from our contracts. We're going to get a decent amount of money from the BGA. Maybe 40 grand when it's all said and done. I may be able to sell that much, but 40 grand is still a good price. I mean, at this stage, any money coming in is good. Alright, this guy is good to go for a while, and I think the Massey Ferguson probably finished weeding that one field, so I'll have to go take care of him. Right, you can sit right there, sir. Yes, I'm going to leave the lights on there. Alright, sir, did you actually finish weeding the field? Because you didn't finish weeding the first field. You always leave one little strip somewhere. Looks like you got this entire field. I'm going to say you did. Congratulations. Now you can come over here. And there you go. So if we go to our field status page for ourselves, come down here. Fully fertilized, and yes, he's taking care of the weeds. As it is. Alright, so we are all set. Contracts. I need to complete that job. That'd be nice. Alright, so I'm looking for field 11, and I don't see field 11 at the moment. I'm not fertilizing. I wouldn't mind fertilizing this field. Oh, also I saw on the mod hub now, there's a mod out there where you can accept multiple contracts at once now. So like, I would love to accept this, but I don't want to fertilize at night because you can't see what the heck you're doing. At least I can't. But I'll bring it back in a little while, maybe just before midnight, to see how much we did get from the BGA. But I'm really looking forward to harvesting field 11, which it's ready for harvest, but the contract's not on wheat yet. I want to see if I can leave a straw swath, and if I can, I would like to see if I can, pick up the straw swath and sell straw. Because right, what's a straw going? I mean, it doesn't really matter what it's going for. I mean, it's a bonus money as far as I'm concerned. 76 and going down, but you know what? It'd be extra money for us, right? But yeah, give me a while. I'll see either at midnight or when we start harvesting field 11, because I will do that contract tonight because I can see what I'm doing. I'll stop mumbling along, and yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Well, it's just before midnight, so we should be getting paid from the BGA anytime soon. We are over here at Field 11. And we have a contract for 15 grand to harvest this field. So we got $23,000 from the BGA. So we actually profited just a little bit. We were at 3 grand, we're at 9 grand, so we're going to lose money from, so we got like 6, 23, 15. So I think I'm paying $4,000 a day to have the horses trained. If we go, oh yeah, so we're getting paid 15.2 from him. How are the horses doing? Right now they're worth 42.5. So in 2 more days, they'll be maxed out and they'll be worth 50,000 a piece. We'll make tons of cash that way. So yeah, if we speed up time, yeah, 12 grand on interest. So I'm paying like $4,500 a night or a day for the horse training. So if you times that by 10, I'm paying somewhere around $45,000 to have the horses trained by a helper. So that's basically the profit of 1 horse that we get. So the rest are going to be pure profit. But now the question is, let's get in here. Let's see here. Enable straw swath. Is it not going to let me? Do I have to turn on? Oh, because I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. So the question is, when we go, are we going to leave the straw swath? That is the question. We do leave a straw swath. Alright, so what I'll have to do is when the John Deere is done selling the silage out of the back of the loading wagon, we'll have to come over here and see if I can pick up the straw. See if it'll allow us to do that. And the other good news is for this field here, I do believe I just got to bring the grain right to that grain elevator right there. Let me just slow down here. Let me check. Yeah, I just got to bring it right here. So once again, I don't have to go too far, which is good because, you know, that trailer doesn't hold much. So let's get to harvesting this field. At least this time you get to see it because, well, you know, the record button's on. I can see it. And like I said, in a while I'll have to bring the John Deere over here and see if we get lucky enough in picking up straw swath and selling the straw. Because that would be very interesting. So, are we ready to steal some straw? Maybe? Is it going to happen? Can we actually pick up the straw? That's the question. That's what we're here to find out. So let's lower that down. We'll turn her on. I don't have access to this land. Usually that's what you say. Still says it. No, you cannot take the straw swath. Alright, well, that kind of sucked. But, you know, it is what it is. I want to run over this guy's crop because now I'm angry. Back to the BGA. I want to fill this up, start selling some more silage. So you can't steal straw. That's a pity. But anyways, we are about, I have delivered about 40% of the grain to the central port elevator. So yeah, like I said, we're going to get this guy back to selling some silage. So when midnight rolls around on this day, we should have a pretty good payday from the BGA. Not as good as it should be, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, we'll get some money from the BGA. We're going to get some money from this contract. I can just imagine from that straw, if we could have gotten straw, I don't know, we probably would have gotten pretty close to like 30 or 40 grand of straw off that field maybe. Maybe not that much. I think 5,000 per load we could get maybe. Won't know now, will he? Nope. But anyways, I'm going to get back to selling some silage. I'm going to go harvest some more and deliver some more grain. I'll bring it back shortly for you. And we'll see how much grain we can make a profit off that field. And yeah, maybe wrap up the episode. So I'll see you in a while. It is too bad that we couldn't pick up the straw swath. That would have been a really, really good profit for doing these kind of jobs. But I mean, that is kind of, you know, they just ask us to harvest it and deliver it, not steal their straw. One thing I've noticed about this combine, though, I only have the base engine. I don't have the upgraded engine. When this starts to get around 40,000 liters and it's got to go uphill a little bit, the engine kind of is struggling. So that's something that I will need to take care of at some point. But I knew I was going to anyways. But, you know, it was like 20 or 30 grand. I can't remember how much it was for the upgraded engine. And we kind of need that money for other things at the moment. Actually, at the time, I couldn't afford it anyway, so it didn't matter. I did speed up some time a little bit just to help with the sale of the silage. It's not going to really help or really restrict our job that we're doing here. So I had it at times 15 for a while. Now it's at times 5. I have about 77% delivered to the port grain elevator. I'm just going to bring my harvester off the field and just a little bit closer. Let's park it right here for now. And we don't need the lights on either. I also had to grab the Massey Ferguson because our lovely silage pit, once again, it seems like when I get like half the silage out of a bunker, I have to go uncover the bunker from the other side. Then of course I gotta get Massey Ferguson and open the cover all the way. So yeah, that's why I had to do. That's why the pit's all uncovered now, because I don't know, for some reason I get halfway through and it won't take any more. I will say this game is a lot more buggier than when 17 came out. When 17 came out, the headers on the combines were grabbing a little bit like they were when 19 came out. There was some screen tearing in 17. There were some bugs on missions. That was missions back then. Contracts, whatever you want to call them. But here it seems like, yeah, it's a lot of little things that seem to be missing. Like, I don't know why we can't see the digestate in the tank when I own the BGA. I own the BGA. I should know how much digestate is in that tank. Yeah, that I'll sell. Well, sell. Back into the case. Which way am I facing? I'm facing the wrong way, obviously. Because I always am. I'm always facing the wrong way. The other thing I tried to do when I was delivering and I was tipping this into the central grain elevator, I'm like, why don't I tip out the sides? It'd probably be faster. Well, at this grain elevator, you can't tip out the side because I guess the dumping area, the AOE, area of effect, on the grain elevator is so narrow, you can only tip it out the back. I don't mind going over my neighbor's crops right now. It was a long night. This farmer needs a nap. So right now I'm tipping out the back. So if I come here, it'll show up. And I even tried pulling over to the side. So if I go to the, bring up the HUD, tip grain, tip left side, see how it doesn't show I can tip grain here. Tip right side, I can't. Tip out the back, I can dump grain here. Because it's that so narrow. I mean, if I try hugging either side, I still can't hug either side and be able to tip out the correct side. At least at this port or grain elevator. So there we are, 87% done. So it's going to take 2 more trips to complete the contract, and then whatever extra is ours. There, I won't go on our neighbor's crops this time. It's rude. Just rude. Imagine if they did have crop destruction on other people's fields, kind of like they do in Farmer's Dynasty, and he lost money that way. I mean, they could make that an option. This should get us in the upper 90 percentile, and then 1 more trailer. We should be able to empty the harvester, finish the contract, and make money ourselves. 15 grand-ish. I think it's 15 something for the contract, and whatever we get for the leftover grain. I just keep thinking, man, if we could have picked up that straw swath and sold that, that would have been a good payday. I'd be looking for those contracts all day long. Wheat and barley. Oh, and oats. Yeah, oats. You could do that too. But you can't. Am I going to get a full trailer or... No. So now at least we know the combine is empty. This will finish the contract. And I'm guessing we're going to have like 8,000 liters that are ours. I have no idea how much wheat is going for. I'm going to say 600. So we may get like $4,800. I'm just going to guess. I have no idea what wheat's going for, so I don't know. I'm going on base of $600 for wheat. I really don't know what the wheat's going for. It's hard to see how much we had left in the trailer when we completed the contract. But we got 8,700. So how much is wheat going for here? Nope. Back this way, please. Wheat, central grain. It's going for 825. Wow. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Soybeans right now. Soybeans, central grain elevator again. I'm pretty sure our field might be ready. It is. The one thing I was going to check, hopefully there's, oh, thank God there's no weeds in it. I kind of forgot to check through the night if we got weeds in that field. So no weeds in that field. That's good news. So I might as well bring the tractor, the case tractor, and the trailer over this way. Go park over at field number 6. And that's what we'll be doing to begin next episode, is harvesting field number 6. We will harvest it. We're not going to hire someone to harvest it. The bison took an hour and 20 minutes to harvest that field, and I'm pretty sure we'll harvest it in probably, because I think we might be able to fit the entire field in that combine, yes, we should be able to, no problem. I was picturing, okay, soybeans, I usually take about a little over 2 trailers, which means on this that's like 30,000 liters. That can hold 60. So we should be able to harvest that no problem whatsoever, and then go sell it somewhere. Or the one thing I could do is I could actually leave it in the combine for a while and see if the prices get better. Back to the John Deere. Sell some more silage. I'm actually going to speed up time back up to 15, and we're going to grab this guy. I'm actually going to leave the header on, which is something you probably wouldn't want to do, is travel with the header on like this, bouncing around like it does. So when that farmer does something with that field, that I wasn't going to go around the field, but you know what? I've been recording for quite a while, and yeah, I need to get out of this chair. So we're just going to drive the combine right through this guy's field. Yeah, so I'm probably thinking next time we harvest this grass, we'll harvest it, and then we're going to replant corn, and then I probably will have to lease a forage harvester. I did see how much it would be to lease a forage harvester, and a header is probably going to cost like 20 grand, but we'll make more in that back if we get that much more corn. No, can I turn off that engine? And I can see the lights are still on our case tractor. There we go. You know, I'll just teleport over to the John Deere because it's easier. So I still have another 422,000 liters of silage here to sell. So when midnight comes tonight, we should get a decent good amount of payday. Right now, we have 63,000 that we have. No more space for new pallets. Whoa, what? Well, looks like I got to bring I better slow down time now. I got to come down here with the Massey Ferguson, clean up their mess, which is not as bad as it looks, and grab the pallet fork, which is right over here, and take care of the wool. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll see you next time in Ravenport. But until then, have a good one.